Hey guys, welcome back. All right, guys, we are continuing on with our geometry unit. So far we have covered rectangles, squares, parallelograms. Yesterday we did triangles. Today we're going to do a volume of a rectangular prism, okay? So let's go ahead and look at our notes for this. Okay, good old formula chart. Rectangular prism. V for volume equals big B times H. Now, big B is length times width, okay? Length times width times height. So there's three measurements that you will need to multiply together to get the volume, okay? All right, let's look at some vocabulary. We have three-dimensional figure. A three-dimensional figure. Sorry guys. I lost my paper. Okay, a three-dimensional figure has a length, a width, and a height. Okay. A prism, a three-dimensional figure with two parallel bases that are congruent figures. A rectangular prism, the bases are congruent rectangles. Remember, congruent means equal. Okay. Volume, the amount of space inside a three-dimensional figure. Cubic units are used for volume because we're taking three measurements. Remember, length, width, and height. So cubed means three. Used because we multiply the dimensions of the figure 3 times, okay? For example, m times m times m is the same as saying m cubed, or to the power of 3. A cube is a special rectangular prism. All three dimensions are square. Because all the three dimensions are equal, the formula for the volume of a cube can be written as cubed 3, okay? All right, determine the volume of the rectangular prisms. Fill the bottom of the prisms with cubes. So if we had like a little box, I would fill it with cubes for you to represent it. This represents finding the area of the base. Okay. You would then multiply by the amount of rows, which is your height, it takes to fill the prism. Therefore, the formula for the volume of a rectangular prism is volume equals big B times H. The capital B stands for the area of the base, which is your length times width. Okay, so the big B is length times width. Okay, all right, let's put this into action. Let's find the volume. Okay, look at our first one. Changing pens. All right, so the big B is length times width. Length times width. So I'm going to put V equals 5 times 6, and then of course the H is our height, times 9. So we have 5 times 6 times 9. So all we're going to do is multiply straight across. 5 times 6 gives us 30. And then we need to do 30 times 9. Of course, we can't multiply that way, so I'm going to set it up correctly. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 3 is 27. So we have 270 feet cubed, okay? Our units are feet, and because we multiply 3 different measurements, it's cubed, okay? Find the volume of the cube. Remember, a cube has the same measurements all the way around. That's how you know it's a cube. 6 times 6 times 6. So we're going to do volume equals 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. And then we're going to do 36 times 6. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21. So our final answer is going to be 216 inches cubed. Okay. Now, we're going to work backwards, just like the other shapes that we saw this week. We need to also be able to work backwards. What if they give us the answer? The volume is the answer, right? What if they give us that, but we're missing a piece? So we're going to work backwards. So instead of multiplying, we will be dividing to find that missing piece. So let's take a look. Find the missing side. I have a length, I have a width, I am missing my height. So according to my formula, my V is 216. So I'm going to put equals. I have a base and a length. So I'm going to put 6 times 3. I am missing my height. Okay. 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm going to rewrite it. The H is now attached to it. Okay. This is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication would be division. Good job. So I'm dividing both sides by 18 because remember, I want H by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by 18. Okay. Top in, bottom out. Okay. 18 will not go into 2. 18 will go into 21 one time. 18, 19, 21 with 3 left over. Bring down our 6. 18 will go into 36 2 times. Okay, so we have 12. We were missing the height, so we're just going to put feet. Remember, we're not looking for the volume, so we don't put the cube. So our height was 12 feet. Okay, let's look at this last one. Kyle fills the candle mold with liquid candle wax. If the candle has a volume of 99 cubic inches, what is the width? So we're missing the width. We have the height. We have the length. We're missing the width. Okay, 11 times 3 is 33. The W is now attached to it. I want W by itself, so I need to divide both sides by 33. So 99 divided by 33 is 11. My units are inches. Again, we weren't looking for the volume, so we don't put the cubed. So 11 inches is my width. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you find the volume. Remember, big B is length times width, and then times height. That is how you get the volume. All right, go ahead and do your problems for today, and I will see you tomorrow.